In the interim, the state's going to resend that to me, and we're going to try to get the PTI done on Thursday if we can.
State?
That's accurate, Judge, and I don't have a problem with leaving it on Thursday if the court does not.
Very good. We'll come back on Thursday on the 19th. We don't want to make it a regular, but get it done.
See you Thursday. Good to go.
Thank you.
And then last I should have on the docket, Judge, is Mr. Christopher Goins. Mr. Goins is present and approaching, Your Honor. That's 22 CF 3123. Judge, we were set today for status. I haven't had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Basso to follow up on this case yet. Try to get that done today. If we set it for status again on Thursday.
No, we're not going to do it on a regular basis. This is not just to pass it on another day. Just a jury review. We can do it sometimes to get a case resolved, but we're not going to just automatically do it because we haven't followed up on it. And I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
No, that's fine, Judge. I'm just trying to make sure.
I know we got limited time on the jury review. If we had a few to do a case, we need to get it resolved, we can do it, but I just don't want to do it on a regular basis.
That's fair enough, Judge. Then we can move it out to your next scheduled pretrial date, and then between now and then, I'll give it to Ms. Basso and follow up as I need to.
And this should be a last, right? Last continuance, we're at a year. Any reason why this won't be a last continuance?
One issue we've had, Judge, is we're trying to follow up on a data breach security letter regarding a defense in the case. We're still awaiting that from the security company. But what I want to discuss with Ms. Basso is how to facilitate moving that along. We need to ask the court for permission to issue a subpoena ducus tecum to try and facilitate that moving along. That's part of what I want to speak to the state about. So I can't guarantee we'll be able to have it done this year. Obviously, we want to try to move the case if we can. But that's one of the issues that we're facing right now.
State?
Your Honor, we're available whenever Mr. Ray wants to reach out. So, no objection to make the last one. That would be great.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to announce the last, but we need to get a clear idea of where we're going on the next one. If there is an issue with that, let us know. If not, then let's get ready to go to trial. So we'll come back on 12/11. December 11th, 9 a.m.
Very good, Judge. Okay. That's all I have. I can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Shaw.
Morning, Judge. Tim Shaw. First case I have is Roy Alston, ALSTON, 22 CF 1200. Excuse me. I think it's
1200.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, 1200. Judge, I was probably a little aggressive in leaving this on. It's not an old case, but I thought we might be able to resolve it. We haven't been able to do that, so we'll put it on December 11th.
Very good. We'll continue this till December 11th.
This is Austin. Okay. 10. Austin.
Austin, 1211. Champ. Next case, Judge, that I have is Chance Boyd. That is case number 22 CF 2090. There have been some discussion about a resolution today, and I'm not sure if the state's quite ready to.
I didn't have time to look at that.
Okay.
I've been answering other questions. I apologize, Mr. Shaw.
And I think this is an older case. It should be last time. All depots are done. It's ready to go if we don't resolve.
Okay. If the record would reflect this will be the last continuance, we'll come back on 12/11, December 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
And lastly, Judge, I have John Holmes. That is 23 CF 454. When we were here last week, this is Mr. Lasco's case. I understand he wasn't going to be here today. I'd anticipated a PTI. After we left, we received another restitution request that went up by about $50,000 inexplicably. So I think we just better put it on 12/11 and see what's happening.
Okay. And I know you guys know this, but you know we can always we can enter pleas and go to a hearing on restitution. I'm just saying, if we have a partial resolution, sometimes, you guys know that, I don't have to tell you that.
Quite frankly, Judge, our issue on this case was the restitution had already been paid in the amount of the alleged amount set out in the information. It had been paid before the actual information was filed. So we were hoping for a PTI on the case. That's what we were trying to get. And I think this new restitution request, I think the state just needs to talk to the alleged victim because I think the request is not in accordance with the law as to what restitution is available.
And, Your Honor, the state is working on talking to the victims.
Okay.
Statutorily, they have to agree to pretrial intervention. They haven't done so yet, but we are working on that.
Very good. So we'll continue this to December 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. I believe that's all I have.
Thank you. Have a good day. Mr. Swiatek.
Morning, Judge Ketchum.
Good morning, Mr. Swiatek.
Your Honor, I've got Bernard Buchanan on today's docket, 23 CF 25. This case is going to be presumptive plea to PTI, but it's not done yet. We'd like to come back Thursday. Is that what you said?
If we can come back Thursday, Your Honor, I need a little more victim contact. So if we can set it for Thursday, I do not believe this will be a trial, Your Honor. Just like Nicole.
Okay.
And, Your Honor, I may be a little bit late. I've got Judge Wells that morning.
That's all right. Judge Wells will understand.
Oh, yes.
I
He always
understand.
asks.
I understand, Mr. Swiatek. Just keep us informed of what's going on.
I should get here no later than 10:45, and I will.
I'm
Your
sure
Honor,
we won't be done by then, so. But, try, see, Thursday? Yeah. Do try and get over as quick as you can. I don't know what's going on late morning. Sometimes we put another hearing on late morning.
I'll come directly here.
Thank you.
Judge, my other case this morning is Anastasia Hubbard. It's 22 CF 1801. We have a plea agreement to tender to the court.
The sampler is filling in for Mr. Moscow.
Thank you.
And, Your Honor, we'll be providing the score sheet to the court, but this would not be a downward departure.
Thank you. Would you announce the plea, Mr. Swiatek?
Your Honor, case 22 CF 1801, State versus Anastasia Hubbard. She's pleading to an amended information of one count of possession of a controlled substance, and she received 3 years probation.
Is that a lesser included?
No, sir, it's an amended information. The amended information is possession of a controlled substance.
Okay, so is the amended information been filed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was it filed? When was it
I
filed?
thought I saw it on the docket.
The clerk who received it sent a note to Mr. Roscoe. So it was not entered. Since count 1 was previously filed on, it will still show active until a no process filed. So when they were arrested, the state filed an information on count 1 and 2. Then when they filed the amended information, they left off count 1 and do that when you both filed on it. Unless anyone causes the answer.
If I may, Your
You may.
Honor, the original information is count 1, the trafficking, and count 2, the possession of controlled substance. I believe we could announce a null pros on count 1 and have her plea to count 2, and that would not require an amended information.
I believe you're correct, and But there has to be an announcement in open court, apparently, at the very least, if not a written. So the court will accept the announcement of the null pros on the original count 1, right, Madam Clerk?
I'm showing that it was actually count 2, that was the trafficking in fentanyl.
So the trafficking and fentanyl is the count you wish to have dismissed, leaving only a possession of a controlled substance count?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Swiatek?
I concur.
Okay.
The fentanyl came back as...
So, and that comports with the plea and sentencing agreement that says count 1, possession of a controlled substance, and that's what the plea agreement essentially will be in reference to. So, you may go ahead. I don't know where you were in.
Well, I'll start over.
Okay, start over.
Your Honor, in case 22 CF 1801, Ms. Hubbard would plead no contest to possession of a controlled substance, which I guess is count 1, and be placed on probation for 3 years, subject to random UAs. She'd have to perform a substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment. And standard fines and court calls support to statute which would be 714?
615.
615.
Okay. Clarification question. As it relates to the substance abuse evaluation recommended treatment, are we going to put any kind of timeline on it? If not, it would be all the way to 3 years, don't we? I mean, normally we've been saying 30 or 60 days to evaluate, 60 or 90 to start.
Your Honor, Ms. Hubbard has a DCF case that she recently performed, a substance abuse evaluation. We'd ask if that be substituted in.
Again,
Otherwise, 60 days is, I think, the standard to register for the class.
yeah. Why don't you go ahead and just put that in here, and then I'm going to I'm familiar with the DCF, and that probably will work, but I'm going to let the state, the probation make sure and properly sign off on that in order to make sure that it's properly done.
All right, and Ms. Hubbard advises she completes the classes tomorrow.
Okay. And so it may be all completed. Are they classes through Bridgeway? Where are they?
Patterson.
Patterson.
I did take Bridgeway, 8 weeks classes, and then
Sure.
transferred to Patterson and did another 10 weeks.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, Ms. Hubbard, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. Speaking to that, speak up so we can make
Yes,
sure
sir.
we're recording this. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and the core of which is 3 years probation. That as a condition of that probation, there would be substance abuse evaluation. You said you've already had that, and that may have been taken care of, but that's the condition of this. So you have to follow up with probation and make sure that that adequately meets that criteria. And you have to do it within 60 days. So that's the main thing here. Standard court costs as well. And this will be a withhold of adjudication, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Withheld adjudication, very good. Okay. And that's your understanding of what the agreement is, ma'am?
Yes,
And you
sir.
understand this is a final resolution in your case, you're waiving the right to go to a trial.
Yes, sir.
You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea with the 3 years of probation and the other conditions contained in the plea agreement. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Swiatek.
See you on Thursday.
Mr. Mitkovicius.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Joseph Mitkovicius for the record on behalf of Edwin Garcia Perez. It's in case number 22 CF 1815.
Where are we at?
We've reached a negotiated plea agreement there. The final sentence is going to be to a lesser included misdemeanor. I don't know if you need the written plea agreement or not for that, but we have a signed and written plea agreement.
If you have, I'll just hand it in if you
Okay,
want.
do you need me to read it before
If
we?
it's a misdemeanor, you don't have to.
Okay, great. May I approach?
You may.
Thank you.
So the state's in agreement with the lesser included misdemeanor.
The state is in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. Counts 2 and 3 are being null pros.
That is correct.
Okay, and so the aggravated battery would be lesser included of battery, which is misdemeanor. Okay, very good. I think that's all we need.
Okay.
Very good.
Sounds
We don't
good.
have to swear him in
Sentence
on, we don't have to swear him in and get him to review this if it's a misdemeanor. It'll just be handed in.
Okay, it's a credit for time served sentence, just so it's on the record.
Yep, very good.
Okay. And I suppose there's nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Hold on.
I think there is a cash bond, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong about that. They may have used the bondsman.
Why don't we just put a time frame, 126 months, whatever.
Oh, write it on there?
Yeah, just write it on there.
Let's see, put that down here.
Yep.
So,
Just,
120 days.
or it goes to collections. Okay. Then you don't have to worry about it. It'll be taken care of. You want to explain it to them. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day, Your Honor.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thanks for that, Dr. Honor, as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Durrell? Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
I thought you were finished.
I thought so too.
I forgot to send a request to her, Your Honor. I'm lucky I grabbed everything from the tree. Mr. Dennis Gomez Machado, Your Honor. May it please the court, Dustin Durrell on behalf of Mr. Gomez Machado. Your Honor, we left him set to see if we could figure out a potential bond issue. I was not able to get up with Mr. Losco before he left for the country, and I don't believe he sent any notes to Ms. Sandler. If it's possible, I had spoken with Ms. Sandler about leaving him set this Thursday. I think if we can come to an agreement, it's something we can just submit to the court. If I may have a continuance on this, get the discovery, review the case, and if we are able to work out some kind of bond agreement or something, obviously we'll pull him on sooner or just submit that stipulation.
So you want to just do the regular pretrial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll continue it till 12/13, 9 a.m. And then if there's an agreement that's reached prior to that time, then you can put it on a miscellaneous docket or some other docket, and we'll get it on quickly.
Thank you.
And
Ms. Sandler?
the state has just sent a new offer to Mr. Durrell.
Thank you, Ms. Sandler.
Okay.
So we'll review that. I'll speak with my client, and if we can, I'll ask to put it on a review date.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Next, I have Mr. Therese Drake, 23 TF 1511. And we do have a written plea agreement, if I may approach, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, give me the name. Oh, Therese Drake.
Yes.
Very good, thank you.
And Your Honor, this is going to be a plea into the PTI program.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Drake, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm looking at your plea agreement that you have signed. And I just want to, and this is a little bit of a unique agreement. We've actually had a couple this morning, but it's fairly unique because you're being referred to the pretrial intervention. You've got a list of things you got to do, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've gone over that with probation, or you will go over it with them, right?
Yes, sir.
And if you complete that program, then your plea will be withdrawn and your case will go away,
Yes, sir.
right? But if you don't, we'll go right to sentencing. You'll basically be admitting. So it's kind of it's a pretrial intervention with a little hook to it. Okay? So is that what you want to do with this here today?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that by entering into this plea, this will be a final resolution of your case, assuming you get everything completed. But you are waiving the right to go to a trial and other hearing and contest it and say, hey, I didn't do this. State's got to prove their case. You're waiving that right. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that, and the plea agreement, state's in agreement with this? Yes? Yes. Drake?
That was,
PTI, Drake? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So, so based upon the plea agreement, you're being referred to the pretrial intervention program, and hopefully that'll be the end of it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And next is Ms. Catherine Booker. May we approach on Ms. Booker?
You may.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AP preeminent rated.
Okay. Very good. The court will continue this matter until December 11th, our next pre-conference.
And last year, Frankie Dixon. Mr. Dixon? And Your Honor, I know this is going to get a little long in the tooth, but I believe one last continuance, and we should have this one either resolved or ready for trial next cycle.
Very good. So we'll continue this matter until 12/11 at 9 a.m. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I believe that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Durrell. You have a good day. Mr. Sanders. Good morning.
Rusty Sanders on behalf of Russell Ellis in 23 CF 658, and we are requesting another continuance in the case, and there's been a lot of constructive work done with the attorney for the victim in the case, and we're hoping that this case is going to be resolved directly, but we're requesting one more continuance.
State.
Your Honor, the state has no objection to that.
The court will continue this. Do you anticipate that this would be a final continuance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the court would note in the have the clerk note in the minutes, this will be the last continuance. Hopefully we'll be able to get some resolution, or we can get ready and go to trial.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Noakes.
So, we'll pass in briefly this morning. Judge, the first case I've got is Brittany Brown. She's actually in the hallway with a baby. There was an issue, so I couldn't get her if I have to have her, but
Okay.
look at it anymore?
I haven't had a second to do.
Judge, can we just continue, if we really put it in today because of some special circumstances, we might be leaving the country in December, and so we just continue.
So we'll just do a regular continuance to the next pretrial, and then if you get it resolved, you can
Yes, sir.
bring it up earlier.
So is that 12?
12/11.
And then James Casey. Judge, we're trying to, this is a fairly new case for me. I was hoping to get it resolved today, but if we just put it off to 12/11, we'll get it resolved.
Very good. We'll continue this matter till 12/11 at 9 a.m.
Karen Hubbard. Judge, I'm going to ask to continue it as well. I started watching the videos and I had to go to jail this weekend, so if we're going to file a motion, I'll get it filed next couple of weeks.
So what, you got a suppress motion?
Judge, on the first case, on the 22 case, it would be. On the 23 case, the state's got to see me all the discovery. I just got appointed.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll continue this till 12/11. Stay in touch with your attorney, ma'am.
Judge, on Mr. Sullivan, I'd like to just handle him after your break.
Okay.
And then Jeremy Keach has several cases he's asked.
Hold on a second. You've got, what about Eubanks?
Eubanks was no cross, Judge.
Okay. Hold on. It's probably because it was no cross. But I've still got it, and probably don't have the latest. It's 23 CF 1815. We'll just check to make sure that was no cross. It was.
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'm sorry.
Judge, and then Jeremy Keach has Jennifer Diaz, 23 CF 516, and 23 CF 660.
Yes.
Judge, I think that the state had worked out some terms on a written plea agreement. I don't know who's handling the case for the state. I didn't know. Judge, if we could just pass it for a few minutes this morning. There was a plea agreement that he sent to me, but I did not remember to pick it up off my desk. I printed it, but I walked out and left it.
Okay.
So we'd just like to pass her for a few minutes.
Okay.
And then Marcia Knox, also known as Reed. That's Mr. Rogers' case. And I guess he submitted to get an order to permit deposition transcripts. So I guess he's asking to put it on 12/11 pretrial, so we can get the transcripts.
State's ready to go on this one, so we intend to issue subs for the next cycle. So I don't think there's anything we can do if Mr. Keach doesn't have transcripts for this one, but the state will have subs out basically immediately after we get it to court today for the next cycle. So.
For the next cycle?
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll announce last continuance and for the minutes, and we'll come back on 12/11 for the next pretrial. Okay? Thank you.
Stay in touch with Jeremy, okay? And then Martavius Story, Judge, he's asked it to be continued to 12/11 also.
Your Honor, this was set for status so the court could confirm that Mr. Story went to the Portland Beach Police Department to submit buccal swabs. He did. So we're fine. We just need to set it for the next retrial.
Okay. So we'll continue this matter till 12/11 at 9 a.m. Okay.
Stay in touch with Jeremy. Judge, and I'll be back after the break.
Okay, very good.
Forward to Jeremy's email that has that document.
Okay. Who got here first? Mr. Catalanic or Mr. Powell?
I'll go, Judge.
whoever got here, I just don't have the list. I don't have
I'm
the,
not sure. I'll be quick. First case that I have, Your Honor, is Mr. Ryan Patrick Asbury, ASBURY, 23 CF 465 and 23 CF 1564. Your Honor, this is going to be a plea.
okay?
To both case numbers, he will be adjudicated guilty on both counts. 3 years of probation with the first year on community control, $89.45 cost of transportation. Probation may terminate in 1 year if all conditions are met.
And no violations?
And no violations, Your Honor.
Just make sure that's in there.
Your Honor, if I did that, I put down if conditions met, is that good?
Well, so if there's conditions met, and sometimes there's conditions, but then there's violations. Technically, they're a little different, but I understand what you're saying. You're saying this. Just want to make sure that you're clear about it, so that nobody, and well, it's not clear in here, you know.
Your Honor, I have probation may terminate in 1 year if conditions are met and there's no new law violations. Probation is to run current and not consecutive. He has to do an anti-theft class, random UAs, $1,030 in court costs, and no trespassing at Big Sporting Goods. May I approach?
You may. Thank you.
Asbury. Asbury.
Yes, Asbury.
Asbury.
What is it? Yes. Okay. The court costs are $1,040.
Okay, Judge.
Anyway.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Asbury, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed. Have you read through this thing closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney, made sure you had your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this will be a final resolution of your case, but you are waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to a trial, etc.
Yes, sir.
You've gone over all that with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're entering into this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, states in agreement? Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, that's the state's agreement.
And based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement, and the court will adjudicate you guilty on both counts and sentence you to 3 years probation on the first year on community control. So it's 3 years total, first year on community control.
Correct.
Right? Okay. And these will be on each count, but they'll be served concurrent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. And probation may terminate in 1 year if all the conditions are met and no new violations. You must submit to random UAs, of course, and then the anti-theft course, and pay the court costs of $1,040. No trespass at Dick's Sporting Goods or Walmart. Is this Walmart? It says it right here, Walmart.
Any Walmart, Your Honor.
I think it is. I think it says Walmart.
Your Honor, how do you write that part in?
I know somebody, it's very small writing.
I did, and it had to be small, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. I just want to make sure that you're.
I read it.
You read it?
We're in agreement with it.
We're good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's any Walmart or any Dick's Sporting Goods?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Well, that's pretty easy to remember. Okay. Any questions? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's
Your
all right.
Honor, we're asking that supervision fees could be waived. If he lost his job, he has to pay $1,040 in court costs. Because of that reason, we're asking to waive the supervision fees.
I don't object to that if the court doesn't.
Okay, court will waive the supervision fees.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. I have my case.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Hooper for Gil's Pop.
I've got one other one.
I got one more case, sir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Alito.
Scott Altilio is my next case, Your Honor.
Yes.
I thought we could get it resolved by this date. It's a matter of restitution. The state still has to wait from the sheriff's office to get the final restitution amounts. We're not asking for a complete continuance. As a matter of fact, Your Honor, what we want to do is, how long do you need, Sheriff?
If there's a miscellaneous day that has dates open, we can put it on that, but it's gonna be November, I think. I'm not sure we have anything left in October.
No, we don't have any more miscellaneous dates. No.
What's the earliest court date that you have, Your Honor?
November 21st.
It'll have to be November 21st then, if we
Okay.
can. And that's the only issue that's holding us back. It's not going to be a trial. We've discussed it.
Okay. Very good. So we'll continue on both cases, all the cases. Why don't we announce the cases? 23 CF 590, 23 TR 3228, 23 TR 3229, and 23 TR 3230. And all those will be continued till 11/21.
Judge, thank you. That's all I
Thank you.
have.
Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Cobb? Mr. Powell? Mr. Powell? Good morning.
Stephen Hubbard, Judge, 22-1747, CF 1747. We hadn't been able to resolve it. We'd like the last continuance.
The real last continuance?
The real last.
Okay.
Can we set it for trial next time then, Your Honor?
Yes?
State will be ready.
Okay. Very good. We'll continue this matter till 12/13 at 9 a.m. and we'll be ready to go for trial.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Is that a docket day, Judge? Or?
That's the pre-trial doc. We just have to load it into the front end, and then we'll back in. You know, if you all get a resolution by then, you can do it. But the trial, I don't know what our trial dates. Let's see. Our trial dates are. Well, it'll be the week after Christmas and the week after New Year is actually when the trials are.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Judge Jason Cobb on behalf of Ewing Shelton in case number 2022 CF 1662 and 2022 CF 2422. He's going to withdraw his previously entered plea of not guilty in those cases and enter a plea of no contest pursuant to a plea agreement that we reached with the state. I've gone over the plea agreement with him. I'm getting him to sign it right now.
Very good.
Judge, the terms of the plea agreement are 20 months Department of Corrections on the felonies, given credit for all time served. Then on the misdemeanors, it would be 11/29, credit for time served concurrently. And can I approach?
Right.
Sit down with departure, unforced plea.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, that is true. The state's agreement is 20 months Department of Correction, and the state is prepared to go down with departure with Mr. Shelton based on a legitimate uncoerced plea bargain.
I believe there's 613 court costs.
Correct, in each case.
$615.
You want to put that in there?
I think I wrote
So,
615
are
on there.
the 1129 credit for time served, is that all the time, or is there?
I think I tried to figure it out with the jail. He's got 13 months straight.
Well,
in.
whatever it is,
Yes.
it's credit for time served. He'll be writing him concurrent anyway,
Yes, sir.
so. Just put that figure in there. Mr. Shelton, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, based on the information, you have 5 separate counts. 2 of those counts, which are the possession of a controlled substance, are felonies. Then you have 3 misdemeanors.
Yes, sir.
You have a total of 5. The plea agreement states for the 2 felonies that you would serve 20 months DOC for both of those, but they'll run together concurrently. And you also run concurrent to all the misdemeanors, which are 1129, basically a year. That's the max you can get on that. So those will all run concurrent. So it's really, you won't have any probation or anything when you get out. You got to pay the court costs. You know, one thing I'm going to ask you to add in there while we're going over this is to say that he'll have 180 days to pay the court costs after you get out of jail, at prison, actually. Okay. So is that your understanding of what the agreement is?
Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of other legal stuff that's in there, but one of the most important things is that you're waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case, etc.
Yes,
you
sir.
believe it's in your best interest
Yes, sir.
to enter into this plea agreement rather than going to trial and contesting this?
Yes, sir.
You've had all your legal questions answered
Yes, sir.
by your attorney.
Yes,
Because
sir.
importantly, I mean, this does, obviously, it's an incarcerative sentence, and it's important that you look at all your different options before you enter into this. Do you believe this is in your best interest? Nobody threatened or coerced you to get you to enter into this?
No, sir.
Nobody promised you anything other than what's on the paper? Okay, very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea and sentence you to the 20 months DOC for the felonies, 1129, credit for time served on the misdemeanors. Have all the court costs, 615 court costs, but you'll have 180 days to pay. This will be an adjudication of guilt on all charges.
Judge, that'd be credit for time served on the felonies too.
You'll get credit for time served.
Yes, sir.
I always have to say it because everyone wants to hear it, but it's automatic. You always get credit for time served. But yes, you get credit for time served on the felonies as well as the misdemeanors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
30 days, Your Honor.
30 days to appeal this,
That's all I
even
have.
though you just got sentenced.
Mr. Paul, were you hired or? were you-
Appointed.
Okay.
I think Benjamin Buck. Ma'am?
You want to get paid? You got how much is he at?
It'd be the $50 athlete and then $100 per case.
Okay. Okay.
Right. That's all I have, Judge.
Underpaid, clearly. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Owen, sorry to make you wait here all.
It's all right. Patricia Davis.
Judge, can I approach the bench?
You may.
My client would like me to address her indigent status for purposes of the final cause.
Okay. Would you announce the agreement?
Judge, this is Patricia Davis before the court, and she initially was charged with 2 felonies relating to the exploitation of an elderly person or a disabled person. 22 CT or CF 1502, count 1 is being dismissed. Count 2 is a lesser included charge we're pleading to of grand theft. And then she's got 2 VOPs, 20 CF 1186, 21 CF 437. This plea is going to cover all 3 cases. On the new law, 22 CF 1502, as I said, count 1 is being dismissed. Count 2, the lesser included grand theft, she's going to be sentenced to an adjudication of guilt, 1 year of community control, followed by 2 years of probation, with special conditions that she have no contact with the victim, that she attend a substance abuse and a mental health evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, that she submit to random urinalysis at probation officer's request. Under the other two cases, the VOPs, the sentence is to be a concurrent sentence. That's detailed down at the bottom of that plea agreement, that it's to run concurrent with the new case. My client is disabled, she's on disability, and she wanted to make a request for the waiver of the cost of supervision and fines and cost and whatnot.
Your Honor, this is a case where I've been in a great amount of contact with the victim's guardian, who is his cousin. We have gone back and forth about the pros and cons of going to trial, the pros and cons of giving her this deal. We both agreed that this is in everybody's best interest. Your Honor, I did have victim contact with this case. This is a downward departure based on a legitimate uncoerced plea bargain. I don't know if Mr. Owens gave the court a score sheet, but if not, I will provide one. The defendant will score 49 total sentence points, Your Honor. Just for the court. Yeah, with the grand theft, Your Honor. With the dismiss and new charges, the defendant will score 49 total sentence points.
So what's the state's position regarding the issue of supervision? That's easy. That the court will grant that, and of course not going to waive. Court will waive supervision costs.
Yes,
what
sir.
about the other fees? I don't know that the court has discretion on
I
that.
don't. I'm waiting on Mr. Owens. I believe the court's correct about that. On court costs, I believe the court may convert it to where she can do community service hours instead of paying money. But I think that's the only thing the court may do for her about that. I don't think the court can waive court costs.
That's my understanding.
Well, Judge, she's a 55-year-old. She's been in custody.
I don't mind doing it. It's my understanding that I don't have the authority to do that. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I don't. Okay. Something I'm not.
If you would waive the other, Judge.
I'll waive the cost.
She is 55. She's totally disabled. She gets about $900 a month. She spent the last 18 months in jail, so her life's in shambles. But she'll do her best.
Okay. So, Ms. Davis, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
And while we're going through this, would somebody give me the lesser included statutory cite for the clerk?
Yes, Your Honor. So grand theft is 812-014. If you'll give me just a second, I'll give the subset.
Okay. So, Ms. Davis, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And the one thing that we do need to do too is we need to identify the victim.
Yes, Your Honor. The victim.
Clear. Sorry.
He's incompetent, Judge.
The victim's name is Curtis.
But there is a guardian, his cousin, that's been assigned to his case.
Right. Thank you. So, Ms. Davis, like I say, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. I see that you have signed the plea agreement as well.
Yes, sir.
Have you read through this closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you been able to talk with your attorney in detail about this plea agreement, make sure you understand all the legal ramifications of this thing?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, importantly, you're waiving some valuable legal rights.
Yes, sir.
Right to go to a trial, contest this, go to a formal hearing. You believe that's in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement and avoid a trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you have had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Nobody threatened or coerced you to get you to enter into this plea?
No, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept the plea agreement. And in case number 22 CF 1502, count 1 is being dismissed by the state, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Count 2 be adjudicated guilty on the lesser included grand theft charge. What's the statutory cite?
It is 812.014. Your Honor, it's going to be subsection 2B4.
Thank you very much. And on that charge, the court will sentence you to 3 years of probation. The first year will be under community control, followed by 2 years of regular probation. No contact with the victim, and there will be substance abuse and mental health evaluation and treatment if it so states. And then, of course, you got random UAs, and at any time along the way, the VOPs were the violations of probation. Your probation in both of those cases will be extended to basically have a concurrent sentence with 22 CF 1502. So basically all 3 cases, you have 3 more years of probation, 1 year of community control followed by 2 years regular. So all served concurrent at the same time, but you'll have 3 separate adjudications.
I thought you said a year community control and 2 years probation.
That is correct. Did I just say something different?
I thought you said 3 years.
3 years total, 1 year community control followed by 2 years regular.
Okay, thank you.
Total of 3.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're saying the same thing. Okay.
Misdemeanor count on there that is on the affidavit, you can't have community control.
Okay. So on one of these, one of the counts is the VOPs is a misdemeanor. One of them's a misdemeanor. So we'll just do 2 years of regular probation for that.
That's a misdemeanor.
1 year.
Was it on the affidavit, yes ma'am? On the 4th amended affidavit filed in April of this year, it's on it, so has it expired? I can cross it out.
Yeah, I'm saying it's probably expired because she would have turned it.
Which one is that, 1186 or 437?
Count 3, just asked because it's on the affidavit.
Yeah, but the other one is our felons.
Yes, sir.
So just the misdemeanor is already finished.
Thank you.
Which case is that, ma'am?
20 CF 1186.
There's 3 charges on it, so one of those charges is a misdemeanor, and you're done with that.
Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, it's 8, I gave the wrong statutory cite. It's 812.014, and it's 3, it's 2C1. Sorry, Madam Clerk.
Why don't you say that again? Yeah, I'm not clear. I don't know, maybe the clerk heard you, but
2C1.
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 Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Probation, anything?
Thank you.
I usually were waving your hand. I thought you wanted me to.
The POPs are just concurrent, they start new sentences today,
Yes.
not vote or anything like that.
Correct.
Judge, I'm appearing on behalf of Tony Henderson. I'm James
Okay.
Owens on behalf of his client, DeMarcus Smith, also known as Robin Cannell.
Hold on just a second. Gotcha.
Judge, we've got deposition scheduled November the 28th and December the 5th. We're
Do we
asking to continue the case.
Okay. Is there a waiver on file?
He's in custody.
I don't have him in custody.
Marcus Smith.
DeMarcus Smith, also known as Robin Cannell.
And I've got a note that he has to be present. State, help me out here.
But he is in custody, correct?
He is in custody.
He wasn't on the application yet, so I don't know if he's...
Can we verify that he's in custody? Because I have that he's not in custody. If he's not in custody, then...
DeMarcus Smith. The note I have from,
What's that?
it may be under Robin Cannell, K-I-N-N-E.
The last
L.
hearing we had, I think we said something that needed to be present. I don't know, is that clerk's minutes?
Your Honor, the state notes he's out of custody, but we are checking as well.
It shows Robin, a.k.a. DeMarcus Esther, a.k.a. Janelle, a.k.a. Smith, is in custody.
More trafficking charges or new charges?
So what is the name of the individual in custody?
Jail has him as Robin.
It's Robin, a.k.a. DeMarcus Esther, Janelle, a.k.a. Smith.
Esther being the last name?
Janelle, a.k.a. Smith being the last name.
Can you?
Type in Robin,
Is C-A-N or K-A-N?
K-I-N.
Okay, so he is in custody. Okay. So I've got a note here, plea or custody. Plea or continue. So, state okay with continuing it? Where
Yes,
are we
Your
at
Honor.
with this case?
And can we tell if his bond was revoked at first appearance?
Judge, where we're at on the case is...
Well, hold on a second. One at a time. What?
Was this one revoked on this case or another case?
Or the new case?
All right, and what's that case number? Is it the 23 CF 1162 that's on today?
We only have one case. You've got two cases? Do you have any information, Mr. Owen? I know you're filling in for somebody, but...
I only have the 23 CF 1162.
I only see that. I apologize. I thought he had a new arrest.
So do you have a question, Ms. Sandler?
I'm sorry. It's hard to find him with the names that he's got.
I understand. What's that?
I do not show the last continuance.
Right.
Judge, and we do have deposition scheduled for November 28th and December 5th.
Okay, Your Honor, I think we figured it out. I think he's been in custody this whole time. It says he's been in custody since May 25th, and he has a hold from Michigan, so he's never been released.
Okay.
Just so the court's kind of aware of the status.
So we'll continue this till 12:13.
Thank you, Judge.
I mean, you've got some deposition stuff. Looks like you're moving the case. Okay. Just, I had a note that it said defendant must, I think there was some confusion at our pretrial, and we were based on the different names and all that. I think that's good. Thank you, Mr. Owens.
Thank you.
Mr.
Okay. Bo, you...
David Hahn for Okaloosa.
Morning, Ms. Powell. How are you doing?
Good, sir. Bo Powell for David Hahn. He's present. Judge of the state, and I approach briefly.
You may.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law. 850-306-2667.
Based on the new information on the case, the court will continue this matter until 12/13, in anticipation of some motions being filed by the state.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much.
Judge, I had Thomas Cole on the docket.
Mr. Cole.
He's present, approaching. This is 23 CF 851. Judge, we did a round of depositions on the 29th of September. The state and I are in plea negotiations and asking to put this on the December 13th pretrial. I don't believe the state has an objection.
Without objection, Your Honor, but again, we'd ask this be the last one. Otherwise, we'll be ready for trial.
We good?
There was one other witness we didn't depose, but that's fine for now, Judge.
Okay. So we'll ask the clerk note that it'll be the last continuance. And we'll continue this to the 11th, which is the non-inmate.
Very good.
That's all right. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Okay. I believe that's all the private attorneys. We have we have Croxton, Mr. Nitter. Is Angelique Croxton on this? Okay. Very good. Thank you. What about Elizabeth Damron or Mr. Skibasky? 21 CF 3079. We'll continue it until 12/11. Okay, and then what about Jeremy Cox for David Stevens, 22 CF 3029?
Your Honor, Mr. Cox was a failed PTI. Obviously, Mr. Stevens cannot represent Mr. Cox. I do believe that the
There was
court...
an issue on that last time.
There was an issue on that last time. And that's what I was just about to say. I do believe that the court gave this date to try to see if we could get him here. There were a few of those, Judge, and I don't know.
Was he noticed for today?
That would be Mr. Noakes. And I do not see the order appointing conflict counsel, Your Honor, so I doubt Mr. Noakes got notice of that.
Well, no, we'll communicate with Mr. Nopes, because he's coming back on the other one,
Yes, sir.
to let him know what the situation is, and so we can
Yes,
figure
sir.
out what we need to do, even though he hasn't been technically. Is Javier Kane Fuller here? This, would the state look at this? This is 23 CF 316.
Yes, sir. I believe Mr. Kane Fuller was supposed to report to the court whether he had retained an attorney or not.
I was just going to ask if I could just accept whatever the state was trying to give me.
Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. If you'll give me just a second, I will pull Mr. Kane Fuller's case. Yes, Your Honor. In Mr. Kane Fuller's case, the state was offering a plea as charged, adjudication withheld, 24 months of probation, 515 in court cost, Your Honor, 24 hours community service, maintain gainful employment or do 2 job applications a week, again safety course, no drugs, or firearms during supervision, Your Honor, random urinalysis at least once a month during supervision, and forfeit the subject firearm to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office if that has not been done already.
Okay. Can you write that up? Is that something you're interested in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They're going to write up the plea agreement so that we got it on writing. You'll just hang around for a little bit. We'll get this thing resolved. We're going to go ahead and take a short recess. And then we'll start with Mr. Harper's and let.
Okay, Mr. Harper has out of custody?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have out of custody, Your Honor.
Yeah, we'll do out of custody, but let's take a short mid-morning break.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, please.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Today's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler.
They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaceTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
What can I help you with?
I think I was bit by a vampire.
This is definitely concerning, but I don't have any experience with vampire bites. I do, however, have training in accident investigation from the Florida Highway Patrol, and I'm proud to say that I've received many awards that... Hey, you feeling okay, buddy?
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
CF 3033. Judge, he's provided me with some reciprocal discovery. I am passing that on to the state. We just need some additional time to confirm that as a possible resolution to this matter. If we can set this for the December pretrial, and I'm fine with announcing as the last continuance, just so we can get closure, but I anticipate this will probably get resolved.
Very good. So we'll continue this till 11th of December. And we'll announce last for the clerk's minutes. Thank you.
Next, Judge, that's out of custody is Jeremy Bess, number 55 on the dockets. He is present and approaching. He is before the court on 20 CF 106 and 23 CF 614. Judge, this is a VOP as well as a new law charge. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest and admit the violation of probation to be adjudicated guilty. With respect to the VOP, revoke and terminate his supervision in 20 CF 106. There will be a new term of 24 months of probation on all counts. $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, $100 VOP fee. He has to obtain a driver's license or eligibility. There is a misdemeanor that will be 11 months and 29 days of probation to run concurrent, and all counts are concurrent. If I may approach, Judge. Judge, there is a score sheet that the state will file later, and they'll be able to stipulate today.
It's not a downward departure. Though.
It is not a downward.
I'm not tracking you here. So I got the revoke and terminate 24 months probation.
And we're placing him on a new term of 24 months probation as to all of that, the VOPs as well as the new charge, Judge.
Okay, but one of them is a misdemeanor, so it can't be 24 months.
Yes, with respect to the misdemeanor count.
That's the 1129.
Yes, sir.
Probation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all concurrent. Okay. Mr. Bess, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. Basically, it's 24 months probation, then 1 year probation on the one misdemeanor, but they're all served concurrent, so it's a total of 24 months probation. That's the core, with the other things, the cost and the fees and obtain the driver's license, etc. Is that your understanding of what this plea agreement is?
Yes, sir.
Stated agreement?
Yes, sir, that is the state's agreement.
Okay. And so you understand that by entering this will be a final resolution of this case, you're waiving the right to go to a trial?
Yes, sir.
And you believe that's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on all charges, revoke and terminate supervision on 20 CF 106, that's the VOP. There'll be a new term of 24 months probation on both of your, as well as the new charge, the 23 CF 14, 24 months probation on both the felonies, and 1129 months probation on the misdemeanor. You got the fees and costs, and you must obtain a driver's license or eligibility. Okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Judge next is Joshua Biglin, before the court on 23 CF 1005. Judge, it's come to my attention, my understanding is that he's actually in Fort Walton Beach Medical Center. I don't have anything from the surgical center as to what his status is. If we can set this for a control date, I can obtain proof of that and then submit that to the state. If we can set this for the next miscellaneous, Judge.
Very good. We'll continue this till 12:11.
I apologize. 12:11, Judge?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Next one, Judge, is William Blythe. He's number 57 on the docket. He is present and approaching. This is 23 CF 1937. I've spoken with the state, and it's my understanding that their intention is to transfer this to Division 2 due to a co-defendant. So I'd like to set this for a control date, get that transferred, and then he can proceed forward with how he would like in the other division, Judge.
Where's Division 2?
That's Judge Brown, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do know that we submitted the motion, and Ms. Van Boxtel, my assistant confirmed Ms. Van Boxtel does have the order for Your Honor to sign, so I believe that will be done shortly.
It's in my office. It'll be done immediately. So we'll continue it till 12:11 just to have something on the books, but it'll be transferred before then.
You understand what I'm saying? Okay, just in case, you have to be here on this date unless you get another. Okay. Got it? Next judge is Michael Bryan, number 53 and 59 on the docket. This is 22 CF 655. There's a waiver of appearance in this particular case, Judge. On this, there's been a motion to dismiss that's been filed. I think we just need to coordinate an afternoon hearing date with your assistant and get that scheduled for a hearing, Judge. If we can set this for the next miscellaneous, just to track it.
I agree. We'll continue until 12:11, and then you can set the motion to dismiss and just call my judicial assistant.
Yes, sir. Next is Vera Carroll, 23 CF 299. There's also a waiver of appearance in this case. Ms. Carroll resides in California. We're anticipating that she's not able to get back here to resolve it by plea. I'm just going to coordinate with the state as to how we're going to resolve this by written plea. If we can set this on a November miscellaneous date, I think that should be enough time to get something over to her and sent back.
Very good. We'll continue until the morning of November 21st.
Thank you, Judge. The next one I have is Stacy Crowley, number 62 on the docket. Ms. Crowley, you can stay back there. It's okay. Judge, Ms. Crowley, can we approach?
You may. Based on the issues raised, the court will continue this matter until December 11th at 9 a.m. Regular pretrial.
Number 11. The next one, Judge, is Sherry Dorgan. There is a waiver of appearance in that case. Judge, this had been left set for plea or trial. Ms. Dorgan provided me with a substantial amount of records in this case. I am still going through them. To be fair, I told Ms. Dorgan I'd rather she give me more than less, and I'm just having to parse through all the records. There are a lot of phone records and text messages between herself and the witness, and I think that once I get through that and give that to the state, that might go a long way in resolving this case, Judge. But I'm going to ask to continue this, if possible, to the December 11th. I'm fine with the trial at that time. I should be able to go through all the records by then, Judge, but I don't know that I'll be able to go through the records and then provide it to the state, and they go through the records in time for a trial this cycle, Judge, unfortunately.
State?
Your Honor, that was anticipated, and when we spoke with Judge Schlechter on Monday, that was the anticipation, plea or trial, and get the state the information that his client had just obtained, and then see where we are on Monday. And like he said, he's going through stuff. I don't think I've received anything yet from him, so I don't even know what's in the records yet. So I don't believe the state will be ready for trial this cycle, Your Honor.
Okay, so we will announce last. Hopefully you all will be able to exchange information. We'll go from there on. We'll still continue until December 11th.
Thank you, Judge. The next one I have is Clyde Griffin. He is present and approaching. Judge, this was the first time up, 23 CF 700. I had hoped that we'd be able to resolve it this cycle. My client is actually quite keen on getting some rehab as a condition of the resolution. We just need to get him into a program, get accepted, and then incorporate that into the resolution. So I'm asking to set this for 12/11. We'll get that worked out before then, Judge.
Very good. Court will continue this matter until 12/11. Give a little more time to work out some of the details.
The next one that I have that's...
Mr. Nopes, as soon as we get through a few of these out of custody, and then we'll do yours before we do the... You just got a couple more.
Judge, I think my last out of custody is actually John Root. He is present and approaching.
Microphone silent or off, please.
That was me, Judge.
That was you? Or
no, it was not me. Oh. This is John Root before the court on 21 CF 3104. Judge, this was announced plea or trial on pretrial. I've spoken with the states. FDLE in this case did not come back as for the substance. I fully anticipate we'll resolve this by plea. If we can bring him back this Thursday, I just need to finalize the details, but it's our intention not to proceed forward to trial. We'll be resolving this by plea on Thursdays.
Okay, so we'll continue this till 10/19, 9 a.m. Stay in good contact in the next few days. Your attorney.
Judge, that's all I have that's out of custody.
Okay. Mr. Nopes.
If I could back up to Mr. Keach's client, Jennifer Diaz.
Okay.
Judge,
hold on just a second. Sorry. Okay.
Judge, we had announced that we thought she was going to enter a plea, but she's had a chance to take some additional time to think about it, and so her case numbers are 23 CF 516 and 660. She does not wish to enter a plea at this time, and she would ask the matter, I guess, be set for the next, she wants to go to trial, Judge.
We're ready. I think the state's ready.
Yes, sir. The state will be ready, and we'll be ready to set a date, Your Honor. On
Which case are you intending to try? Both cases or one case?
Just one, Your Honor.
Which one, just so the defense would... So while they're doing that, we'll come back on jury review, which is this Thursday at 9 a.m.
4 days from now, Judge.
Correct. And they'll tell you which trial they're going to be.
So that would be the 20th?
19th.
19th.
Your Honor, I believe the case the state's going to try is 23 CF 516. I did make Mr. Keach aware that I did send subpoenas in both cases, though. But the one we'll be proceeding on is 516.
Okay, very good.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so the other one technically will be continued until 12/11. So the 660 will be continued until 12/11, and the 23 CF 516 will go to trial this cycle. We'll come back on jury review, and we'll talk about what day it's going to. We'll do the trial, how many days? What do you anticipate, how long? 1 day?
I would say a day, Your Honor.
Do you think that too, Mr. Notes?
Yeah, I don't have a clue. I'm just
That's
filling
very
in.
useful. Okay, that's fine, doesn't matter. You can just let us know on Thursday. Okay, thank you.
Judge, the last case I've got is Jeremy Sullivan, and I've reached an agreement with the state. I need to go and type it up, though, because there's 3 different case numbers.
Sure.
We're doing we're tweaking certain things and what have you. So if the court would allow me to come back at 2:30, because I've got to drive to Crestview and get it typed up and then get back, and then I have a 2 o'clock Zoom that I need to attend with Judge Morgan.
Yeah, we'll work around it, but I was even thinking, I'm sorry.
Mr. Notes, if you want to wait about 10 minutes, I think I can type it up and get it printed upstairs to help you out.
That would be wonderful.
I can do that for you.
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
I'll hang out. I've got where I've got to be.
Okay.
Just don't let him go back. We need him to.
Okay.
We're done with it.
Okay. Mr. Medina, do you have a few out of custody?
Several out of custody, including plea agreements beginning with Mr. David J. Archer, 23 CF 166.
Just so with inmate flow, TJ?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll finish our out of custody and then break for lunch.
And then
And then we'll do inmates, so that'll give them some clarity. I'm sorry, Mr. Medina.
Thank you, Your Honor. Steve Medina with David Joseph Archer, docket 71, 23 CF 166. Mr. Archer has signed a plea agreement that contains the terms worked out with the state. I do need to get it in front of the state, Your Honor. We just worked it out.
Okay.
And Your Honor, while Ms. Sharpless is going over the agreement, I did want the court to be aware, I've gone over the state's original proposed score sheet. Under this agreement, one of his 2 possession of controlled substance charges is being dismissed. So that's going to lower the score a little bit. I think the state will be submitting a amended score sheet if that's okay.
That'd be fine. Just, do we know whether it's a downward departure?
It is not, Your Honor. It was, even without the downward adjustment that what I'm talking about, it was below 40. It was not 44.
Very good. Would you please announce?
Yes, Your Honor. And I'm sorry, I don't have a copy for probation. May I approach Judge?
You may. Thank you.
And I apologize. A lot of these were worked out today, and I just could not get to them.
Well, I appreciate your efforts. Mr. Gates, we're going to do all the out of custodies before lunch. I think you've only got one and it's in custody. I just letting you know, so we'll be coming back after lunch to do those. I don't know if you don't want.
I have 2, Mr. Keel with Mr. Harper and then Mr. Hill. And if we're taking lunch, then
Are those all out of custody? Those are all in custody. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to do something else, or we'll reconvene at 1:30. We'll break here at probably around 12:30. Same goes with you, Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper, we won't do any in custody until after lunch.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I may ask to be excused if that's all right.
Sure.
I'm back at 1:30.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I was letting you know, so you could be.
Yes, sir.
Same with Mr. Harper if he needs to do some. Go ahead, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Medina.
Mr. David J. Archer is resolving his case with a change from not guilty to no contest in exchange for the following. The state is agreeing to dismiss count 2, which was a second possession of controlled substance case in exchange for adjudication of guilt as charged on counts 1, 3, 4, and 5. And of those charges, only count 1 was a felony. There will be 10 days jail with stipulation that was already met. 6 months community control followed by 2 years probation, $615 court costs, $150 public defender fees, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, commence any recommended treatment within 60 days, 50 hours community service, $1,000 fine, 6 months driver's license suspension, maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week, random UAs, victim impact panel, DUI school, 10-day vehicle impound, and that is the agreement. I did want to note that I am putting on the record that I'm not advising Mr. Archer that the state's HFO designation was invalid or has been removed. However, this is not an HFO sentence. It's just a regular sentence without any upward adjustment based on HFO, and that we don't have any agreement saying that that was an improper notice. That's something that he wanted me to address, but I cannot resolve it.
Okay. State, are you state in agreement with?
Yeah, sure. State's in agreement with that.
Mr. Archer, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement, which you have appears to have signed.
Yes, sir.
So, first question, did you read this closely?
Yes, sir.
And you go over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're waiving the right to go to trial. You've heard me all morning talking about it.
Yes, sir.
Invaluable legal rights. Force the state to prove their case. You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea.
Yes, sir.
And you get a final resolution of this matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. The court, I asked this is the state's agreement with
Yes,
this,
Your Honor.
including the dismissal of count 2, right?
Correct.
So based upon, again, the agreement, the court will dismiss count 2 at the state's concurrence, and there'll be an adjudication of guilt on counts 1, 3, 4, and 5. You'll be sentenced to 10 days in the county jail on the felony, and with the stipulation that this jail time's already been met, and you will be sentenced to an additional 6 months community control followed by 2 years of regular probation, and then other fees and costs. You got to do the substance abuse evaluation within 30, start treatment in 60, community service hours, the other things that are contained in here in the plea agreement, including the victim impact statement, DUI school, and 10-day vehicle impound. Okay, any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. It would be, I think they're all first-degree misdemeanors. Do you want to say concert on the misdemeanors?
I'm count 5 is DUI.
The DUI. Okay, so let's do 11 months, 29 days concurrent probation on misdemeanors. I think.
Yeah. It's true.
Thank you, ma'am. I meant to write that in and forgot.
Which ones are 11.9? Is count 5 or all 3?
Count 5 and count 3.
Any of the misdemeanors.
It'll be counts 3, 4, and 5.
All
will
misdemeanors.
Will be concurrent 11 months, 29 days probation.
So it'll be 11/29, but they'll all be served at the same time.
Yes, Your Honor, nothing additional.
Right.
And I'm going to asterisk the word at probation, I'm going to put an asterisk, concurrent, 11 months, 29 days, probation on misdemeanors.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions? You're good?
Yes, sir.
But you might have to see him,
Y'all
yeah.
are aware with that $1,000 fine, there's also the 438 and the $50
Okay.
surcharge.
I'm not sure if we're aware of that or not. Okay, Madam Clerk, I'm not sure. Okay. If the court costs are incorrect, I just want to discuss on the record. Can I have it back? May I take it back?
Yeah.
If I need to.
Yeah.
Okay, is that, it was written as 615 court costs. So you're saying there's 458 more because of the DUI? Okay, so what?
Talking about the fine on count.
I know what she's talking about, I think, but,
Okay, there's 515 on the felony with an additional $100 FDLE, and that's over.
right,
You've got your DUI with a $1,000 fine.
yes.
And misdemeanors, so that's 438 in cost.
Okay, so I just want to know, what do I need to add? 438 court costs for what? What do I call it? 438 DUI court costs is an add-on to the 615. Okay. You understand that? Okay.
$50 surcharge.
And then the $50 surcharge. And that's because of the fine, ma'am?
It's because of the DUI with the $1,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. That's hard to
And
remember.
you have the
all that.
full term of your probation. Go ahead. In order to pay it, but try and start doing it early. Don't wait until the last bit, because it'll catch up to you.
For all the DUI sanctions as well?
I'm sorry?
The full term for the DUI sanctions as well?
Yes. The court will waive supervision so you can pay all these other things.
Thank you. You got a report? Yeah. Your Honor, next will be, just so I don't forget, Candace Janice Berwinger, docket 73, 23 CF 1320. She was here, but like last week, she had a medical issue, so the bailiff and the state agreed that it would be okay to let her come back. It's a continuation with a plea anticipated, but I think just to make sure she's...
She can come back this afternoon? Is that what you
No,
said?
I think she might, it's a medical issue that would require her to not be here today at all.
Okay.
So if we could do a full cycle, we'll get it done on December 11, I would highly anticipate. We already have an agreement worked out.
Okay.
And unless the court wants to do a different issue,
No, that's all right.
A different
If
date.
you guys tell me you've got a deal worked out, we're just papering it in court, no
It
court.
was just hard for her to read over all the
That's
fine
fine.
print.
We'll continue until 12/11. If you all want to try and get it on earlier miscellaneous, you're welcome to do that.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then Shayna Bland, B-L-A-N-D, 70, docket 74, 23 CF 1069. I've had no contact. Is Ms. Bland here? She's in the courtroom. Okay. Your Honor, Ms. Bland is approaching in 23 CF 1069. I really don't have a complete file for her. I just got assigned this case. If we can continue her case to December 11, and then that'll give her an opportunity to meet.
Okay. So we'll continue this till 12/11, December 11th at 9 a.m. Make sure and be in communication with your attorney before then, ma'am. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Next is Coco Perche Carthon. Ms. Carthon is docket number 80 and 21 CF 2665 and 23 CF 905. The state was having some additional victim input. Do we need to continue this for Ms. Carthon, or can we resolve her case for a reinstatement today?
Give me just a second.
The PO recommendation was a reinstatement with various conditions, but the state needed alleged victim impact on the new law.
We're good to resolve it today.
Your Honor, if we could have Ms. Carthon sit down and I'll write up the agreement, and if we can get it done this morning, we will. Otherwise, we can get it done this afternoon.
Very good.
Okay, just have a seat. I'll do my best. Ma'am? Oh, yeah. We'll be right when we get back. Your Honor, next is Corey Chavis. Mr. Chavis is before the court in 23 CF 655, docket 81. Your Honor, this was a situation where Judge Schlechter wanted the parties to report back as to whether this law enforcement was able to find a witness who was critical to the case, and we wanted to depose the individual. Does the state have any additional information?
I do not.
Okay, we do need to continue this full cycle. I can't promise if we can't find her. My investigator's been looking for her, but she's the critical third party.
It's a defense witness?
Yeah, it's a state witness, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's a state witness that they can't find, and we did depose the alleged victim. He wants to go to trial, but I don't want to go to trial without deposing the third party who was supposedly there for part of it. So we'll try to get ready for trial. That's the sole issue as far as I know, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll continue this until 12/11.
Thank you.
Okay, stay in touch with your attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, Carissa Angelina de Benedetto. She's approaching, Your Honor. I haven't talked to Ms. de Benedetto. I did call her earlier this morning and didn't know that she was here. She's docket number 8622 CF 3092. I spoke with her last week. May I just have a moment?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Your Honors, Ms. de Benedetto is aware the state has basically a position that it was willing to make a probation offer, but the FDLE was never done. It was never even sent off. Our investigator found out a few weeks ago that it was still with local law enforcement. My understanding from talking with Ms. Sharpless is that if Ms. de Benedetto didn't want to work out a misdemeanor paraphernalia deal, that she was going to do a rush on the FDLE. Ms. de Benedetto's position is she does want to see that FDLE, doesn't want to take a misdemeanor probation deal at this time, so we would ask to continue this to 12/11, Your Honor.
Ms. Sharpless?
That's fine with the state, Your Honor, and I am working on the FDLE issue.
Okay. The minutes will just make note that there's an FDLE issue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, next is Jeremy Wayne Dixon, and his appearance was excused. Mr. Dixon's case is 22 CF 2061, docket 87. Basically, Your Honor, Judge Schlechter wanted us to give a status on whether the deposition of the investigator who had been on maternity leave was set, and I did confirm with Ms. Bosso's office that it is set.
Okay.
So we're good on that. So we'll just continue Mr. Dixon to December 11 and hopefully be ready for trial next cycle, Your Honor.
To the last?
Yes.
Okay. The minutes will reflect last continuance.
Next is Patrick. I want to make sure I didn't miss Mr. Buena. I'm sorry, Mr. Buena. I apologize. Mr. Doherty, hold on a minute. Let me get Mr. Buena. It's just my notes were imperfect, Judge, but Alexander Michael Buena is here, and actually you're 18 years old, right? His father's with him in support. Has been here all day, Your Honor. He's before the court, docket 79. 23 CF 1816. It's a first cycle, Your Honor. I'm asking to do a December 11 continuance and give Mr. Buena an opportunity to meet with me in my office and go over some things.
Very good. The court will continue this matter till 12/11. Just make sure to meet up with your attorney in the interim, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm ready for Mr. Doherty, Judge. I apologize. Mr. Doherty, Patrick Kent Doherty is docket 89, 22 CF 2969, and 22 CF 2970. Your Honor, this was a situation where I think we can work it out, but basically he's been accepted at Keaton and Phoenix House. Keaton wanted more or less a pre-clearance, and he's worked it out with Keaton to get a Lakeview clearance letter that he's basically medically prepared to go to Keaton. I won't go into the details on the record, but basically everything can give him a Keaton option and a Phoenix House option. But he's working with his dad on some projects. I think they were in the Destin area, and he was wanting to do it street to bed. He's been out a long time on pretrial services. And the question is, can we do either Keaton or Phoenix House street to bed? If so, we can resolve it today.
I talked with Ms. Justice, Jean Justice, and the Escambia County. She said that if Keaton was okay with them, if I went to Lakeview and got a clearance letter, that they said that they didn't see why it wouldn't be a problem, that I could go from the street as long as I went to Lakeview first and then pretty much directly to Keaton from there.
Your Honor, can we take this up after lunch, and so that me and Mr. Medina can talk, not on the record?
That's fine. You're going to have to wait until 1:30 to maybe resolve it then. Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, next is Amy Elizabeth Douglas. Ms. Douglas is out of custody. She is number 9023 CF 1543. I'm asking to continue her to December 11th. It's first time up, and she's going to meet with me, and we're going to go over her situation.
Okay, I've got her.
She was in custody, but
Yep,
she's
that's
bonded
right.
out.
Got me mixed up. So we'll come back on 12/11 at 9 a.m. And just meet up with your attorney and.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Your Honor, I have Mr. Boyette, too, with an agreement.
Okay.
I do apologize, sir.
Also, one other one that appears to be out of custody is Brookage.
Yes, that individual, the best information we had a week ago was that he was in Kentucky custody. I reached out to the Attorney General's office this morning. The representative of the AG's office who's handling the case is in trial and said he was checking into it. But basically, to the best of my knowledge, Mr. Brookage is in custody of another state pursuant to a hold, and we need to continue his case to December, probably the 13th.
The state made note of that. Are you aware of that?
Your Honor, I did see that this case is being handled by statewide prosecution, but I did see an email between Mr. Medina and Mr. It's Viejo, right? This is.
Yes, and there was no question that we were going to continue it.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay.
So I think it was
we'll continue
anticipated.
to 12. I'm going to do 12/11 or 12/13.
If he gets back to us, he'll probably be incarcerated.
So we'll do 12/13. Another state, Kentucky, they think.
That's the best information, but not yet verified by the AG's office. That has better information than I do.
But we know he's not here.
We know he's not in jail, and we know there had been I believe there was a Kentucky hold.
Okay. Bryce Boyette, counsel.
Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Bryce Boyette has an agreement worked out with the state. It's signed by all parties. It is a misdemeanor agreement, and I want to make sure I have a copy on my phone, and I'll approach. I don't, but I will in just a second, Your Honor. Sorry. I could probably even remember this one. It's very simple. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
There is not a score sheet because it's a misdemeanor deal.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, under this agreement, Mr. Bryce D. Boyette is resolving 23 CF 1362. with a change of plea to no contest. There will be adjudication of guilt to count 1, which was a misdemeanor paraphernalia as charged, and to count 2 as a lesser included offense, misdemeanor DWLS, driving while license suspended. Second degree misdemeanor, Madam Clerk, the statute references in there, 270 court costs, 150 PD fees. He will have 6 months to pay monetary obligations before they will go to judgment. And just so the court is aware, he's already serving probation in another case, so the state, I believe, took that into account and basically making this a court cost kind of a deal.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. 300 instead of 270? I'm sorry, Your Honor, ma'am. And that's because it's a traffic thing? Excuse me, sir.
Mr. Boyd, would you raise your right hand? Sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, Mr. Boyd, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. Pretty straightforward. In adjudication of guilt, you'll have a lesser included offense of a misdemeanor driving on a suspended.
Correct.
And it's basically a fees only. You have $300 in court costs, $150 PD fees. You have 6 months to pay these obligations before it goes to a judgment. But there will be adjudication of guilt on count 1 as charged, and then again the lesser included misdemeanor driving on a suspended, which is count 2. Okay. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is, you understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial to get this dealt with?
Yes, sir.
And you've had all your questions answered by your attorney?
Correct.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Sir, are prints required on a DWLS, or are we good?
Judge Mason, do you want to take them? This is Judge Ketchel.
Is that your last one, Mr. Medina, or do you have one?
Judge, I think I'm waiting for something to get printed out. So
Okay.
We have an inmate standing by already.
Who's inmate?
Mr. Notes.
Okay.
We'll be right with him. We're getting something printed.
Okay. Is that the last out of custody for you, Mr. Medina?
I think so, Your Honor.
Okay, very good.
Your Honor, as we're waiting, may I approach?
Yes, you may. Is there a defense counsel involved?
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Mr. Bess.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
What can I help you with?
I think I was bit by a vampire.
This is definitely concerning, but I don't have any experience with vampire bites. I do, however, have training in accident investigation from the Florida Highway Patrol, and I'm proud to say that I've received many awards that... Hey, you feeling okay, buddy?
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
So if you go street to bed, my understanding is basically when a bed is available,
This is what
he'll
currently
call
charged.
probation, he'll notify probation, our investigator who takes, I don't know, basically your van will come to town and whether he goes to rescue.
Worst shit out here. This is different than what I've got mine set up as. So, in this case, which is this one, they're putting no contest possession of controlled substance on count 1. That's trafficking, you're going to controlled substance. No contest, that's charged 2, 3, and 4. Possession of controlled substance, paraphernalia, driving on suspended or revoked driver's license.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming,
Sullivan, 20 CF 698, 20 CF 952, 20 CF 1545. Judge, basically we're entering a no contest plea to the 20 CF 698 and 20 CF 1535. The other case, 20 CF 952, is being dismissed by the state in exchange for the plea of these other two case numbers. The first case, 20 CF 698, the count 1 is going to be a plea to the lesser included possession of controlled substance. And then we're pleading to the other 3 counts, count 2, 3, and 4 as charged. The understanding is, and he's also pleading as charged in CF 1545, 20 CF 1545. The understanding is it's 4 years concurrent concurrent Department of Correction time, with the understanding that it's coterminous with the Santa Rosa County case number that he's already serving a sentence on 18 CF 1828. So it's 4 years Department of Corrections, coterminous with what happened in Santa Rosa County. And then the last sentence are on the first page before we get to the bottom. It says that the state's going to take no action on anything to appears, but that's, he was in jail the whole time. That makes sense?
Yes. State?
I'm just pulling up the plea agreement, Your Honor, just to make sure. I apologize. That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Very good. And while I'm going, asking him some questions, the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance, would somebody give me a case, not a case cite, a statutory cite for the clerk? Sir, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Madam Sanders.
893.136A for possession of controlled substance.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you can put your hand down. So, Mr. Sullivan, just have to ask you a few questions and make sure 2 things. One, that you understand what you're doing here today and that you're entering into this plea agreement freely and voluntarily. Okay? So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. And I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement in some detail. Have you had a chance, and let me make sure here, I assume you've signed this. There you go, you've signed it. So have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney, made sure you had all your legal questions answered? This not complicated, but involved plea agreement. Okay. And you gone over, had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand there is some 4 years of DOC corrections on counts 1 and 2. Now, will be coterminous. Don't know exactly how that interplays, but you've being coterminous with the Santa Rosa case 18 CF 1828. But you've gone over that with your attorney, how that affects being involved with those two cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any further questions about this?
No, it's all credit for time served.
You will get credit for time served. There's no, that will definitely be a part of it. You do understand that by entering into this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, to fight this thing. This will be a final resolution of your case here today. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
And you're entering into this freely and voluntarily, and nobody twisted your arm, coerced you to get you to enter into this plea?
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. And state's in agreement, I assume?
Yes, the state is in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. And as to 20 CF 698, you're pleading no contest to the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance on count 1, and no contest as charged as to counts 2, 3, and 4. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on all counts. You'll be sentenced to 4 years. Department of Corrections on counts 1 and 2. They're both 4 years, but they're running concurrent at the same time. And coterminous with Santa Rosa case 18 CF 1828. You'll have credit for all time served on counts 3 and 4, and you got the fees and costs. On 20 CF 952, the states, those are possession charges and possession of paraphernalia. Those are being dismissed by the state. And 20 CF 1545, on the possession of a firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon. The state agrees that possession is constructive, so no minimum mandatory applies. The defendant also pleads no contest to count 2, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. An adjudication of guilt on all counts. Again, 4 years, Department of Corrections on both counts, concurrent and coterminous with the earlier case, 20 CF 698, and Santa Rosa case, 18 CF 1828. And the state will take no action on any failures to appear in this case. Okay. Any questions concerning any of that?
No, sir.
Okay. Very good. Do we have misdemeanors here?
There's count 3 on 698 and count 4 on 20 CF 698.
It's time served. Adjudicate time served.
Adjudicate time served.
Yes, sir, that should be in the agreement.
Okay. Do we have that in? We don't have that in there. Why don't you just put that in those counts, those misdemeanor counts, credit for time served. Those will be done.
Did I not type that in there?
I will. Sir, even though we're just finishing this agreement and the sentencing, you do have a right to 30 days to appeal this. Mr. Noakes? Yes, sir. Did I miss something?
I think it's right there.
Credit for time served. Sorry.
It's very nice to type that up for me. Save me a trip back.
Very good. Thank you very much. So you will get credit for time served on the misdemeanors. Okay. Thank you.
Judge, thank you so much.
Thank you. You may come up. Is the state ready with your case, Ms. Sharp?
Your Honor, I do have the agreement.
Mr. Noakes? Or Mr.
Oh, the score sheet will be filed by the state, Your Honor.
Jeremy Cox?
Your Honor.
That was, no, I know what that is. So, this was a PTI recall And it's, you have a pen, write it down, write this down. 22 CF 3028. It's Jeremy Cox. He was previously appointed counsel, but you've been appointed conflict counsel on this.
Okay.
And it's, again, you got the case number, and we're trying to locate, I don't know that we've got a good location for him, but we're going to try and get that. I just wanted to kind of make you aware you were appointed.
Yes, sir.
You don't, no action needs to be taken
Is it set today or?
It was set today, but I don't think he was noticed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find him as well.
Okay, thank you.
And just so you know, there's no order on this because Mr. Stevens is not there to do the order for judgment.
Okay.
And that way JAC.
Look, JAC is kicking everything back now. Like all the handwritten, not handwritten, you know, there was when the system fell down.
Right.
There were some things that were
right.
Hand signed, and I've got 3 of them back this morning that I filed over the weekend rejected.
Because they're handwritten?
So listen, if you hear of a guy about my height and weight that went over there and cussed somebody out in Tallahassee, you'll know it's me. They are just difficult.
They're trying, yeah.
They told me on another case that I hadn't sent them a motion. They weren't accepted because it wasn't signed by the attorney, and what they sent me had my signature on it. Frustrating.
Yes, I agree. What's that? I guess we probably need to do the next. Yeah, let's just do pre-trial.
Your Honor, if I can check,
Okay.